Well, General Motors CEO Mary Barra is heading to Capitol Hill right now. She's going to meet with senators from Ohio. This in an effort to keep plants in that state, one particular plant is for sure, from closing. Remember, General Motors announced last week considering closing 5 plants in the United States and Canada as well. And that would also mean laying off at least 14,000 people. My next guest says this is just the latest example of General Motors melting away. Joining us now, University of Maryland economist Peter Morici. Peter, you know, your piece was really great in the sense that you established history. This is not a brand new issue, which for me adds to the frustration, and I think the American public, that General Motors has been somewhat clumsy in handling their business. It feels like Main Street is taking the hit for that.
Absolutely. This is the fifth major retrenchment in about a decade or so, maybe 14 years. And if you look at the competitiveness of the company, it's largely trucks. You know, they talk about moving into SUVs. Well, along with Ford and General Motors is simply not competitive there any longer. The best 3 selling vehicles are Detroit 3 trucks. The next 3 best-selling vehicles are Honda, Nissan, and Toyota SUVs. So, you know, it seems like we're just melting away a little bit at a time.
Yeah, you know, and it's crazy because I look at their earnings report every quarter. They've been losing market share in trucks, market share in crossovers. This is about a company that didn't have the right products. And now they say, well, we're going to focus on electric and autonomous. I think that's an excuse. They should have been focusing on that a long time ago.
Well, you know, it's very hard to be optimistic. Their expertise is in the internal combustion engine, transmissions, drivetrains, and also the architecture of vehicles. When it comes to vehicle architecture, that's easily copied. Look at Tesla. I mean, their first vehicles out of the box were competitive with BMW when it came to driving and handling. In terms of drivetrain, the future is electric motors, batteries, and software. They're not good at that stuff. They have to buy it off the shelf from another company or make a pricey acquisition. You know, remember, the carriage makers did not become the car makers.
Great point, Peter. Let me ask you, because there's a news out of Italy, and it looks like what they're going to end up doing there is giving consumers $6,800 when they buy low-emission cars. They're going to tax higher regular cars and other, you know, large vehicles higher. Could Mary Barra sort of say, hey, Congress, I need help. We can't sell these cars at a profit. You know, maybe if there was some sort of solution. Already, we're talking about incentivizing people to buy electric vehicles. Why not incentivize them to buy cars?
Well, we could do that, but what's the purpose? SUVs get very fine gas mileage now, and if we incentivized people, if we gave them money to buy sedans instead of SUVs, they would just turn around and buy Toyotas and Nissans. You know, if you look at the decline in the sale of cars, with the major Ford and Chevrolet vehicles, they're down about 45%. If you look at Toyota and Nissan, they're down about 22%, half as much. The reality is consumers just have a preference. In fact, Volkswagen, and I never thought I'd see the day because the early, 20 years ago, Volkswagen sedans were just not that good. They're looking to expand production in the United States. So, you know, what's clear here is that these guys have gotten a lot better at cars, but they're still not as good as the competition. And after 20 years of patience and subsidies and all the rest,
and bailouts, right? I mean, all of it.
And bailouts. Almost $10 billion to General Motors.
Yeah, I don't want to get you started on that. Peter, we love it. That was a great article. Thank you very much, buddy.